Good morning. Let's take a look here. Okay, we have an average. We have a standard deviation. And we have how much money spent for one day. So we want to find the z-score. So the formula is z equals x minus mu, which is the average, divided by the standard deviation. Make sure you have that for your test tomorrow night. So the average is 247 minus, and actually no, it's $200 a day minus the average divided by 60. So let's take the calculator and we're going to clear it out. So it's going to be 200 minus 247, press equals, divide by 60. Now you got to be careful if it's a negative, and this one is a negative, so that's a negative 0.78. Now let's take a look at the chart here. So a negative 0.78, let's see if we can find that one. Okay, here it is right here. So go to page 718, and we want 0.7 will be the first one, a negative. So here it is right here, negative 0.7. So we want that one. And then the next number here is going to be 0.08. And 0.08, let me make this a little smaller so you can see it. So 0.08 is going to be way over here. And where these two meet, it looks like 21% below. So 21% below. To get above or more, see, this would be less. More would take 100% minus 21. And I guess that's going to be 79% would be above or more. Okay? Make sure if it's a negative, make sure you read the chart correctly. All right? Today you work in these pages here. Remember, you got to copy the question. You can paraphrase it, and you need to show some work. Do not close your books early. If you give just answers, you will not get credit. Let's turn our attention now to college algebra. College algebra, I tried to teach you yesterday, greatest common factor. To do the greatest common factor, you have to do prime factorization. So let's take a look at how that looks. On this one right here, well, 2 is already a prime number. And this one is already a prime number. And the only thing they have in common is a 2. So you take a 2 out and you're left with a plus b. Real simple. The next one here, you want to break this up as 3 times 3. This one you want to break up as 2 times 3. This one you want to leave it as 3a. Well, they all have a 3, so you take a 3 out. They all have an a, so you take an a out. And what's left here is 3b squared minus 2b minus, you took everything out, so you have to put a 1. And there it is. Now watch this one that has a negative. Now, if it has a negative, you got to get rid of it. So you got to first factor out a negative. If you factor out a negative, then all these signs change. This one changes to a plus. This one changes to a negative. Okay, now that I changed this and all of these, now I can break it down the same way. So this is going to be 3, 3, same way. This is going to be 2, 3, AB, and this is going to be 3A. So I'm still going to take out a 3. I'm still going to take out an A, and whatever I'm left with will be my answer. So I'm going to get negative 3A times 3b squared. This is now a plus 2b, and this one's a minus 1. So if it's a negative, you have to first factor out a negative and change all the signs. Make sure you know that. All right, today we're going to talk about the difference of two squares. Copy these down. On your work today, I want you to put this. K squared is K squared. 11 times 11 is 121. This is called the difference, and it's 2 squared. So it's going to be K plus 11, K minus 11. Always a plus and a minus. This one is not a perfect square, but you can factor out a 2. So if you take a 2 out, you're left with K squared minus 4, right? 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times K is K squared there. So this becomes the difference of 2 squares. So this is a perfect square, which is K. This is a perfect square. So your final answer is going to be K plus 2 and K minus 2, but you have a 2 that you factored out. So be careful on those. Even though it doesn't look like a perfect square, it might be if you can factor something out first. So if you can do the greatest common factor, you're expected to do that. This right here is 7 times x squared minus 2 times y squared. So that is the difference of 2 squares. So that's 7x plus 2y and 7x minus 2y. And then you're done. And there it is. Today's work is a worksheet, actually, okay? So let me show it to you if you can't be with it. This is worksheet A, and it looks like that. Okay, when you're done with greatest common factor, I want you to work these. Now, it looks like a lot, but they're easy. Like this one is P plus 12, P minus 12, just real simple. X plus 3, X minus 3, real simple. Okay, there it is if you can't be with us. Have a good morning. I'll see you guys in class.